The reason we do while is we don't know how many times user want to, um, user want to run the loop, right? So we'll take one example and then we'll see how it's done. Okay. So let's say, okay, I want user to guess a number. Okay. So let's say we define, um, say, number. Okay. Number equal to say 55. Okay. And user would guess. So let's say you guess 46, right? Now in this case, okay, I have to compare if guess is same as number or not, right? So I'll say if guess equal to number, then we say print awesome. You guessed it correctly. Okay. Otherwise, okay, you didn't guess it. Okay. Print. It's a wrong guess. Okay. This is a simple example here, right? So obviously, since guess is 46, it's not same as 55. You get it's a wrong guess. Correct? Simple if else. Now we'll expand this else. Okay, we'll give hint also. So what we'll do is, okay, we'll say elif, and if guess is less than number, if guess is less than number, okay, what does that mean? That means in if number is 55 and you said 50, for example, right? So in this case, number is less, correct? So we will give a message which says also that your number is less. Okay, you have guessed GUE guessed a lower number, right? And here it'll say else will say you have guessed a higher number, right? So we are giving hint also. Now I need to run this part, okay, till it is till it is till you guess it correctly. Okay, so keep doing it till you guess it correctly. Okay, so what I'll do is I will say uh, run loop equal to true. Okay, and while run loop. So what happens? Your while will run when this loop is true. Isn't that's what we have seen? When this loop is true, your while will run. Now all this has to be inside, right? What happens if I run this? This will get into infinite loop because see, guess is outside, isn't it? You have to guess every time you run the loop. So this has to be inside, yes or no? If it is not inside, then the value will not change. And I need to change the value here. How do I change the value? We will say int of input, right? So we are now reading the value from the user. Enter, or I'll say guess the number. Okay. Now it says run loop equal to true, because while on true one it'll go in. Once you are done, then we should say run loop equal to false, right? So that loop doesn't run again. Is it clear? So now when you run it, okay, you say guess the number. I say number is 45. It says you have guessed a lower number. Means think of a higher number, right? So I'll say 65. You have guessed a higher number. That means now it is between 45 and 65. I say 55, you guessed, okay, correctly. Now you see this run loop is just for keeping track of the loop. So instead of run loop, what I can do is I can directly say true here. If I say true, that means this becomes infinite loop kind of thing. It will go on forever, right? See, when condition becomes false, it will stop. But the way we have designed it, that we have directly said true. We cannot go and change the value here because we have fixed it as true. So it becomes an infinite loop, okay? So there is a way to break an infinite loop using break. So break is a command, okay? Something new, okay? Break is a command that will break your loop. That means it will throw you out of the loop. Break will throw you out of the loop. Okay. So the moment you hit break, you are thrown out of the loop. Correct? So when you run it now, see, it says guess the number 3, okay, lower number 9, lower number, okay, 99, higher number. Now when I say 55, okay, so it says you guessed it correctly and then you are thrown out of the loop. Okay, so break and while true. While true, we made an infinite loop. It will run forever. See, if you had a situation there, user says, I want to continue, then you get in, then you will put here, do you want to play this game? Okay, so something like this. Choice, input. Do you want to play this game? Okay, Y for yes. Okay, now if it is Y, then I can say CH equal to Y. Okay, so when you run it, do you want to play this game? I say N or any other key. Other than Y, any key if you hit, your loop will not run. Correct? And when you do you want to play this game? I say Y. Okay, now it says guess the game, guess the number. Okay, now you see, once you say Y, okay, now there's nowhere we are changing Y to N, right? So this is also kind of infinite loop now. Because we are reading the value outside the loop, so you'll only read it once, correct? And once you read it, ch is y and it goes inside, and your program will run forever, right? So it will break only when it comes break. So let's say I say guess the number 33, lower number 55. Awesome, you guessed correctly, and break is what is 3. Even though we are not changing the ch, or if you don't want to do break, you can say ch equal to y. Now, even if you say ch equal to y, what happens is, when you say ch equal to y, and earlier when we said run loop equal to false, it would still execute rest of the code. Okay, but break will immediately throw you out of the loop. Did you understand? Okay, break will throw you out of the loop immediately. It's like stop it kind of thing. Okay, because a condition if you put, okay, condition will take time because condition is changed, it will come execute, and when it goes up, it's going to check the condition, and that's when it will stop, right? So you can give break here. Looks good. Any questions so far? No? Okay. Now we'll add one more condition to it, okay, or one more feature to it rather. Okay, I want to see how many attempts you take to guess this number. So I'll say attempt equal to 0, and here I'll say every time you guess it, right, every time you're reading the input, That means you are making an extra attempt, right? So I say attempt equal to attempt plus 1. Attempt equal to attempt plus 1. And now I'll say, okay, here, you guessed it correctly in attempts. Okay, so we are even keeping track of how many attempts did we take to guess it. Now when you run it again, continue this game, yes. Guess the number, 66, lower number, 55. So it took 2 attempts to guess the number, right? So we took 2 attempts to guess this number. Make sense? Okay. Now we'll add one more layer of complexity to this. Now you say here, okay, guess the number between 1 and 100. So assume that the number that you are thinking of has to be between 1 and 100 only. Okay. If it is between 1 and 100, and if you are looking for a value, if the user enters a value less than 1 or more than 100, then you don't need to check all those things, right? So if the user enters, okay, if the guess is less than 1, correct, or guess is more than 100, right? Then we should not go any further, isn't it? I say continue. Attempt, now it depends on you. If you want to count that as an attempt, that attempt shall go before if. If you want to count it as an attempt, it will go before if. You have to put it here. But if you don't want to count it as attempt, you need to put after. In this case, I don't want to count as an attempt. Okay, so I'm putting it after if. Okay. Okay, so this is int input, guess the number 1 to 100. If guess is less than 1 or guess is greater than 100, continue. Continue will not throw you out, okay? It will take you to the beginning of the loop. Okay? Continue will take you to the beginning of the loop. So nothing after this will be executed. Attempt is not executed. This all things are not checked. Okay, less than 1, greater than 100, obviously it is invalid option. So it will take you to the beginning. If you want to give a message, you can give a message. Okay, invalid guess. Okay, invalid guess, try again, something like this. Okay, so let's run it. Want to play this game? Yes. Okay, guess the number. I say 67. You have guessed a higher number. Guess a lower number. I say -6. Okay, invalid guess, try again. Okay, I say 300. Invalid guess, try again, and I say 55. So see, even though I took 4 attempts, because I've written attempts after continue, attempt is counted only when there's a valid input, right? 67 and 55. So it says 2 attempts. Okay, if you want to count even these as attempts, then you have to put attempt before if. Sounds good? Everybody's so silent today.
Yes, Swapna, got it.
Okay, great. Okay, so this is how continue works. Continue will take you to the beginning of the loop. Break will throw you out of the loop. Okay, so in this case, break will throw you here. Okay, outside means maybe in this case here. Okay, thank you. So break will take you to thank you. It's like as if the loop has ended. Okay, so mostly you end loop while loop either using break or using this condition. If I say ch equal to n, then also loop will break. Okay, now break and continue can be used in for loop also, just like the way we have used here, but mostly it is used with while, because while is where you have condition thing. For loop you use when you know how many times, right? But then you can use it in for loop also. Okay, need not be while loop only. Okay, so this is how you can create. Now let's build something more to it. Okay, what I want to do is I want to okay, what can we do? Okay, so let's make it truly game. Okay, so here I know 55. So whenever I feel like ending, I give 20 55, right? But let's make it totally random. So we want computer to think of this number. So we'll say random dot in. What is random? So random, okay, import random, okay, random. Okay, so random is a module which has what is a module? So module will have some set of functions. Okay, so module has functions. Now, in this case, we are using random module. So random module is like a file which has some functions. Okay, and we will learn to create our own module later. So what does random does? Random, okay, functions generates random numbers. So there are many functions. One of the function is rand int. Okay, rand int, okay, is a function that generates random number. Okay, we need to random integer numbers. Okay, random int. So random means random int, and it generates random number. Every time you run it, it generates random number. So I'll say 1 comma 100. So 1 is the starting value and 100 is the ending value. In this case, it is different than range and others. This will generate numbers both inclusive. This will generate numbers both inclusive, 1 also and 100 also. Okay, it will generate numbers inclusive. So now instead of giving direct value to number, we are making it take random value using random int, rand int. Okay, so now we don't exactly know what value computer is thinking. Let's play the game. Do you want to play this game? Yes. Okay, guess the number. Okay, so since we don't know, we have to really play it. Okay, 45. So 45 is a lower number. The actual value is more than 45. So I say 85. So 85 is higher. So it's something between 45 and 85. Okay, let's say I say 60. Okay, the 60 is also lower. It is between 60 and 85 now. So I'll say 70. Okay, so 70 is also higher. So it's between 65 and, sorry, 60 and 70. So I'll say 65 here. So 65 is lower. It's between 65 and 70. 68, let's see. Okay, 68 is higher. It is between, it is either 66 or 67. Let me put 66. Okay, so yeah, 66 is correct. It took us 7 attempts to guess. Okay, now what we want to do is, let's say instead of we guessing it, let's make computer play this game against computer. Okay, so computer is thinking, and let's make computer only to guess this number. So instead of me saying guess equal to int input, okay, I'm going to say random dot randint, okay, 1 comma 100. Okay, so we want computer to randomly guess and play this game, right? So we just watch. So this number is also thought by now computer, and this number is also thought by computer, right? Now let's run it and see what happens. And to play this game, yes. So it took 31 attempts to guess. Okay, and uh, okay, let's run it again. Yes, 55 attempts. Can you think of why computer is taking a lot of time? We took 7 attempts to guess, right? Computer is taking 33, 50. Okay, why do you think it's happening so? Any idea? Can we improve it? 59 attempts. So see, we were taking help of hint. When it said that value is more than 100, when you said that value is more than 100, sorry, not 100, value is more than guess, right? Then we would not come back and think same number again. If you enter 20 and it says value is more than 20, then we will not come back and check 20 again, isn't it? 20 or 5 or anything less than 20, because we know that it is more than 20. But in this case, every time it is thinking between 1 and 100. So it can think of 20 also, or it can think of high number also, correct? Which is not right. Okay. So we have to somehow modify this so that it takes the data on the number based on the hint that we are giving. This should take the value based on hint that we are giving. Okay. So how do we do that? Instead of giving direct 1 and 100, I'm using a variable. Okay, I'm going to low equal to 1, high equal to 100. Okay, so here I'm saying low and high. See, the reason I'm using variables here is that I need more control over this number. So if I give a fixed value, then I can't have any control, right? Fixed value will not give us any control. So I need more control over this. That's why I'm giving a variable so that I can change the value of the variable. But if I give a fixed value, then I can't change the value, isn't it? So I'm saying low and this is high. Okay. Now things comes down to here. If you have guessed a lower number, that means let's say you think of 50. Okay. So actual number is 50. Okay. And now you guess 30. That's what it means, right? You have guessed lower number. So you have 50 as actual number and you say 30. So next time onwards, what should happen is low should become 31. Right? Low should become 31. You should not be able to go beyond 31. Right? So I'm saying here low equal to guess plus 1. I'm saying low equal to guess plus 1 because now guess is 30, right? And we know that 30 is low value. So next time when you guess, you should guess 31 and above. 31 and above, right? Similarly, when you guess a high number, okay, next time onwards, you should not guess, okay, value higher than that. So I'm going to say guess minus 1. So if you guess 80 and it says that no, 80 is highest, next time onwards, I should not guess value more than 79, correct? So I'm saying guess equal to high equal to guess minus 1. Is it clear, guys? And now when I run it, it will take much less time than what it used to take. 6 attempts only. Because now we are handling, okay, the low and high. Wow, 2 attempts. Yes. So did you understand how while works? Yes, no. No, yes. Tell me yes, no, so that I will know. Should I repeat or should I move ahead?
Sure, once again repeat. Maybe that random one.
Random will generate random numbers. Okay. So when you give 1, 100, you are saying repeat a random integer value between 1 and 100. So that's the purpose of random int.
Okay.
Here, to begin with, I'll say, now I'm trying to guess the value, right? So to begin with, I'm saying 1, 100. Okay, guess from 1 to 100. But after you guess, depending upon this lower and higher, your range should change, right? So if you guess 20 and 20 is lower, right? Next time onwards, will you guess 15 or 18? No, right? Because we know that 20 is higher. So why should you guess 18 or 15 or something less than 20? So we are saying, okay, low should now be guess plus 1. Low should now be 21. You should not think of number between 21. So, sorry, below 21. So your low will take you to 21. Similarly, high, we will bring it down by 1. If you think of 70 and system says 70 is high, the next time onwards, you will not think 70 and above. Because 70 is high, 71, 72, also everything will be high, isn't it? So we are saying guess minus 1. So the next time we will guess only up to 69. So that's how random int will have a smaller and smaller and smaller range, and our number of attempts will come down. Yes?
Okay. Can you once scroll up, Swapnil? That number equal to random dot it. That number no need, right? Like we are keeping low and high values and we are doing right.
But to initialize, we should know, right? First time, what should the low be? First time, what should the low be? Right? So first time, low is
Low is
1 and
one
100.
and high is 100. I'm saying that that number equal to random dot random. That number variable is not used anywhere, right? It's just taking a number.
It is used, no. See,
Okay.
this is the number you are thinking,
Okay.
right? Whether you have guessed it correctly or not will come from
And
this.
so we are checking like whether it is equals to or not.
Yes.
We can also display right the number and guess values like
Of course you can display. But if you display, then fun will go away, right?
yeah. Like what numbers they have taken random.
Right? You can, yeah. Okay. So yes, do try on your own. Try to make some changes. If you want to display, you can display and see, what is the original number and how computer is guessing the number. Okay. You can display and see for sure. Okay. We'll take one more example here. Maybe this time we'll take one smaller example. I want to perform a menu operation. Okay. So let's say you have option like, so you take two numbers. Okay. Take two numbers and perform operation based on given choice. And choice can be 1 to add, 2 to multiply, 3 to divide, 4 to quit. You are done. You don't want to continue. Right? So again, we don't know how many times user might want to run the loop. Right? So you can say here run loop equal to true, and you say while run loop. Okay, and now you give, so you need to enter two values, right? So I'm going to say n1 equal to int of input, enter a number. Okay, and I'm going to say n2 enter another number, let's say. Right? Now I'll say print give your choice of operation, right? And I can say print 1 addition slash n 2 multiplication slash n 3 division slash n 4 quit, right? And now, so depending upon what you enter, now again, this has to be red, right? You're displaying it, and now this has to be red. So ch equal to, okay, int of, or in this case, let's not convert into integer. We'll just read it text only. Ch equal to input, enter your option, right? So if ch equal to 1, then we need to perform certain things. So let me first create a structure. I don't want to start developing. I want to create a structure. So pass is a command, okay, which will kind of create a, when you don't have anything to add, right? When you want to leave it blank, you say pass. Pass means you don't have anything to add. Maybe you don't have anything to add, or you will come back and add later. Okay. So first what we'll do, we'll create a structure of if, elif, and then we'll come back and replace pass with the logic. Okay. So I'm going to say ch equal to 1. Okay. Elif ch equal to, now see here, this is input. So the value that we are reading is in string format. So I cannot say integer, right? I have to put it as a string here, right? It has to be string, right? So I'm going to say pass. Then elif again, ch equal to 3, some logic, pass. Elif ch equal to 4, okay, some logic, pass, and then finally else. Else means, if one of 1 to 4 option is not there, then what do I say? Print
Yeah, if anyone puts.
invalid option,
Yeah.
try again, right?
Yes. Like other than for the
Correct.
more than whatever
Yes,
given.
yes. Less than 1, more than 4, because it's a now text, reading as text, right? So it could be anything. It could be Z, A, B, kuch, C or K or anything, right? It could be anything, right? So invalid option, try again, right? Okay.
And we can also put a condition, right? Like only if it is a greater than or equal to 4, then I mean less than or equal to 4, then only we.
How can you use less than equal to 4? It's a string, right?
Okay.
So if I enter A, then what do you do?
The string notes, so that's why okay.
Yeah, and it can be anything, right? Why do you want to restrict to less than 4? Anything,
Okay.
okay? Else means anything. That I don't want to know only it is less than or more, right? If it doesn't meet 1 to 4, whatever you do, I mean, it's wrong option, right? So otherwise you have to say less than 1, more than 4. Instead, I'll say else only. Let it be. Both conditions will be taken care of, right? So now we will go here and we will perform. So when you run it, okay, enter a number. So number is, let's say, 4 and 5. Okay, given a choice. Okay, so there's a space everywhere. Here we have not given. So let me give this. Okay, so enter your option. I'll say 4, right? 4, nothing happens right now because I have not added the logic, right? Okay, so you'll stop here. Now let's start with 4 only. Since we have said run loop equal to true, here we can say run loop equal to false, right? And ch, this is addition, right? So I'm say print addition of numbers is n1 plus n2. Okay, and I'll copy this logic and paste it everywhere. Multiplication, division, So n1 into n2, n1 divided by n2, and you run it. Enter a number, okay, 5. Number 6. Enter your choice of operation, 1. So it says 11. Now again enter a number, right? 6 and 7 this time. Enter your option 2. 6 into 7, 42. Enter a number, 5, 5. I don't want to do anything. You can say 4. And it got ended. Now again you see, run loop is just to keep track, isn't it? So why do we use run loop? Delete it, directly say true, right? And instead of run loop equal to false, you can say break. Your program will end. Right? So this is another way to demonstrate how while works. Okay, where you keep on going till user says no, right? To say, okay, 4, option 4, okay, break. Okay. And you can actually add here. If it is invalid option, then you can say continue. Right? It'll go to the beginning. Anyway, there's nothing below it, right? That's why it doesn't make sense to add continue, because there's nothing else, right? It will anyway go to the beginning. But let's say if you had something here, great work, something like that, let's say. Now, if I run it, okay, enter a number 4, 4, and option, I say 7, okay, invalid option, try again, and great work is printing. Not correct, right? We don't want to print great work now. So then you say continue here. Okay, you say continue. Now when you run it again, okay, enter a number 5, 5. Okay, now I say 5 or 6, right? Invalid option, try again. Invalid option, try again, and it goes up to the beginning. It did not print great work, right? Continue will take you to the beginning. Now I say enter a number 6, 6, 8, and I want to add. So I say 1. So addition of numbers 14, great work. It makes sense now. Right?
Yes, got it.
Okay. So this is how while works. Okay. What I'll do is we will start next topic as well now. Is it okay? The next topic is strings. Okay, so we have seen strings as something that has multiple characters, multiple values, right? Like multiple set of characters, and we declare string as hello, right? As single quote, or you can declare as double quote, okay? Or you can declare as triple quote as well, okay? You can declare it as double triple quote also, okay? You can declare all this, and you can type, type str1, type str2, type str3, type str4, and when you run it, you see all these are string. So you can use any one of these to define a string, okay? Any one of these, like single, double, triple, single, triple, double. But remember, whatever you start with, same thing you have to end with. If you start with single quotation, you have to end with single quotation. If you start with double quotation, you have to end with double quotation. If you start with single triple, you have to end with single triple. Okay, so that's the condition. Now, second thing, there is no difference between single and double. Okay, you can use same way. But triple has extra meaning, right? You can put it multi-line text. Okay, I'm fine, I'm here. So again, there's no difference between triple single or triple double, right? Both are used to handle multi-lines. str1 and 2 are used to handle single line of text, right? So if I print here str3, okay, and when you run it, you will actually get multi-line text. Okay. If you want to know the number of characters, you say print len of str3. Len is a function that will tell you how many characters are there, what is the length. So if you look at this, there are 25 characters. It includes blank spaces also, obviously, any character. Character means any character, isn't it? Alphabet, number, special characters, all are characters. So len will give us size, okay, or total characters in a string. Okay. You can add to string. So I can say print str1 plus space plus str3. So I am adding three strings together. str1, blank is also a string, and str3. I'm adding three strings together. Okay. So you see, you get hello, how are you? Hello space, how are you? And where are you? So we can add two strings together. You can multiply a string with a number. So if I say string 3 into 3, okay, the string 3 will get repeated 3 times. Okay. So how are you? Where are you? How are you? Where are you? How are you? Where are you? See, how are you? Where are you? How are you? Where are you? How are you? Where are you? Got printed 3 times because we multiplied with 3. Okay. If you want to give space in between, you can say str3 plus space, and then you put a bracket around it. Right? How are you? Where are you? How are you? Where are you? If you want to put new line, you put new line error. Okay, no bracket, but you want to put new line, you put new line. So, hello, how are you? How are you? Where are you? How are you? Where are you? Right? So here you have addition and multiplication. Addition will add two strings together. Multiplication will multiply the string, given string, that many number of times. Okay, this will multiply that many number of times.
Okay, like there, how are you and where are you? It shows only 24. Then how 25?
Is it 24?
How after you I'm
Your
explain
voice is
Explain or
breaking.
uh, like only 24 characters we are getting, I'm thinking. So like after you, after there'll be space also will be counted, right?
Yeah, so there's no space after you, right? But there's something called as new line.
okay.
That also will be counted.
Yes, new line, right? That's how you are able to break. I think my voice
Yeah,
is
got
breaking,
it.
right? Yes. Okay. So, okay. So this is how you can use it. You can you can iterate through string. So till now we have used for loop only using range, right? Which says range 2 4 0 2 4 will give us 2 and 3, right? So you can even use string in your loop. You can also use string in your loop. So let's say str1, right? I can say for I in, instead of range, I'll say str1. So how many times this loop will run? This loop will run number of characters that it has. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times the loop will run. And what will be the value? In this case, I will take value from str1. So earlier it was taking from range. So whatever you give here, it will take from a string. So it is HELLO. So I value will be HELLO. Okay, so HELLO. So this is how your string will work. So you can use loop. Okay, I can also use something like this. For I in range len of str1. So len of str1 is len of str1 will be 5, right? So when you say 5, obviously it will run 5 times. So this is also, if you want to run it 5 times, if it is just about numbers, you can use len of str1. And then in this case, value of I will be, what will the value of I? 0 to 4.
I mean,
Right?
yeah.
It will be 0 to 4. Right? You can do indexing. What is indexing is you can try to find out the value which is present. Okay. So you have this entire thing as hello. Let me write it again. Okay. str1 equal to hello. Now the position. So see, if I say str1 entire thing, you get entire text. Okay. But if I want only one character, what is that first position? What is that second position? Then we use indexing. Okay, so indexing of h is what? 0. In Python, indexing starts from 0. Okay, indexing means, what is the position of first letter is 0. Okay, and this concept that we're going to talk about is same for list, tuple, numpy, pandas that we're going to do later. Okay, its concept is same, so you have to be careful, okay, when we are doing it. Okay, the same concept holds true for whatever data structure we take. So if I need to get first character, I will say print of str1 of 0. If I need third character, I will say print of str1 of 2. Third character is 2. Right? So similarly, here see H and L, right? Third character is this L. Now here you see, okay, you're getting len of str1 will generate values from 0 to 4. Okay, instead of I, if I say str1 of I, so it is the str1 of 0, str1 of 1, str1 of 2, str1 of 3, str1 of 4. So again, you will get HELLO. Okay, again you get HELLO. So this is how you can get specific element. Now, Python also has indexing from backward. So this is what we did is forward indexing, 0 to n minus 1. N is the number of elements. So the index of last value will be n minus 1. You also have backward indexing. Backward indexing starts from -1. So if I need to know the last element, okay, what is the last element? So one way is you do len -1. Len is 5, -1 is 4. So if I say 4, I will get the last element, right? You can also get the last element using str1 of -1. So -1 is also a way to access element from a string. So if I say -1, okay, this is also last element. So here you have both forward and backward indexing. Okay, so 4 will obviously give us 0, right? Last element, hello, last element of hello. -1 also gives us last element of hello, which is 0. Right? So you can have backward. Now I want to know the third last element. Third last element, simple. You say str of -3. 3 is third last element. Okay. Now what if I want to know the continuous values? I want to print ELL. So all this while we've been doing single characters, right? Now I want to do ELL. Okay. str1 bracket open. When you need continuous values, okay, not first and then 9th, then 15th, then 18th. Okay. If you want to do, so if you want to do like first, 5th, 9th, 13th, you do comma, right? str1 of 4, comma, str1 of 12, comma, str1 of 18, comma, you can get it. But here I want continuous values, right? Continuous values, instead of saying comma, 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 too big, right? You can directly say from and to. Colon in square bracket is used for from and to. Okay, that means I want to start my printing my value from starting, which is ELL, right? So E is what?
1.
1. Okay, so you say 1 here. Okay, and what is L?
3.
3. Okay, and remember your range example, similar to range. It works similar to range. Range is one more than what you want. So I want 3, so you have to give 4. Starting is inclusive and ending is exclusive. Same as range. Okay, so this will give us ELL, right? I want hell. Then what do I print?
0 to 3.
0 to 3. I want hell, right? So
0 to
0,
4.
1, 2, 3, 4. Exactly, 0 to 4. Okay. So what Python says is, if you want to print from 0, you don't need to tell me. You don't need to tell me that you have to do it from 0. 0 is fine. If you give 0 also, you'll get the answer, right? But you don't have to tell me 0, because when you don't mention anything between square bracket and colon, I will know that you are printing from 0. And if you don't mention anything between colon and square bracket, it means you want to go up to end. So if you want to print hello, of course, str1 will give you hello. And another way is, not the efficient way, but another way is you say colon, colon. I mean, bracket, colon. Nothing on the left of colon, nothing on the right of colon. Nothing on the left indicates start from first. Nothing on the right indicates go up to end. So this is going to give us hello. So again, for this continuous values, you have been using forward indexing. Okay. Now forward indexing, when you are using, you cannot use backward. You cannot do mix. I cannot say here, +1 to -1, right? Whatever you are doing, if you're doing forward indexing, you have to follow forward indexing only. If you're doing backward indexing, you have to follow backward indexing only. You can't do mix, okay? Forward, backward. So now, same thing, okay? I want to print using backward indexing, okay? So let's copy this and let's try to print same thing using forward and backward. Now, I want first 4, right? So what is first to 4? ELL, correct? So using backward, how do I print ELL? Tell me. So what is the position of E? -4. Position of E is -4 and L is -2. So -4 to -2. Okay. Even though you're doing backward indexing, but printing we want from left to right only, right? ELL. So that's why -4 will come on the left, -2 will come on the right. Okay, easy way to remember this is when you're giving something from and to, which should be on which value should be on the left side, lower or higher value? Lower value, right? From lower to higher, that's what we say. So between -4 and -2, -4 is lower. So you say -4 to -2. It says, okay, from -4 to -2. Will it work? Okay, did it work or not? This is the one. No, okay, because this is -2, but this is inclusive, right? We want it ending to be exclusive, isn't it? So you have to say -2 plus 1, which is -1. Exactly. -1 will give us this answer.
Okay.
Okay. Now I want to print here first 4 character, right? So you say nothing to -1. Okay. Okay. Nothing to -1 is one way. Okay, hell, or you have to say -5. Correct? -5 to -1. Now we don't know -5, isn't it? Let's say it's like hello, so we know it is 5. But if something else and we don't know what it is, so you can say simply len of str1 minus len of str1. When you run it, it is -5 only, right? Len of str1 is 5, and minus if you put it's -5. So -5 to -1, you get hell. Okay. Now I need last 3 character. If I say last 3 character, okay, last 3 character of hello is LLO. -1, -2, -3. So it has to be str1 of -3 colon. What should be the ending value? Ending value, I cannot say -1. -1 will go only up to here. And I cannot say 0 because 0 will indicate H. 0 is part of forward indexing, isn't it? So you have no other option but to leave it blank. So when you say -3, leave it blank, you'll get last 3 character. So we have seen how to do indexing in string using both forward and backward numbers, right? Or indexing. So this is how you can get value subset from a given string. Clear? Now this is important. Okay, I wanted to show you all this type from between, from beginning, from end, because same concept holds true for all the other data structure that we're going to talk about. Okay.